The smoke tastes like copper and ash. I'm crouched behind the remnants of what used to be a bakery on Wilhelmstrasse, and the air is so thick with burning debris that every breath feels like swallowing razors. April 28, 1945. Berlin is dying, and I'm watching it happen in real time. My chrono device pulses against my wrist. 3 short vibrations, the signal I've been waiting for. Somewhere in this collapsing city, there's a girl carrying information that could rewrite everything we think we know about the end of this war. Her name is Greta Haas, 17 years old, and according to the fragmented intelligence I received before jumping, she's about to make a decision that will cost millions of lives or save them. The problem is, nobody knows which. I adjust the collar of my coat and move through the rubble. The streets are a labyrinth of destruction. Soviet artillery pounds the city center, each explosion a thunderclap that shakes the ground beneath my feet. I can hear them, the Katyusha rockets screaming overhead like banshees. The Third Reich's death rattle is deafening. A woman stumbles past me, her face gray with ash, clutching a child who can't be more than 5. She doesn't even look at me. Nobody does. In the apocalypse, strangers are just ghosts passing through the same nightmare. I pull the photograph from my pocket, the only image I have of Greta. Dark hair, intelligent eyes, a slight smile that seems out of place given what I know is coming. She was a secretary at the Reich Chancellery, low level, invisible. The kind of person who could move through rooms without being noticed, who could hear things she shouldn't, who could carry secrets that would make generals weep. My contact in this timeline was supposed to meet me at Potsdamer Platz, but the entire district is an inferno. The station's been bombed to hell, and what's left is a twisted cathedral of steel and stone. I check my chrono device again. The temporal signature is moving. Southeast, toward the river. That's when I hear the scream. It cuts through the artillery fire, sharp and desperate. Female. Young. I'm running before my brain catches up with my legs vaulting over a collapsed wall, my boots crunching on broken glass. The scream comes again, closer now, and I round a corner to find them. 3 Soviet soldiers. 1 girl pressed against a bullet-riddled wall. She's fighting like a wildcat, all fury and desperation, but she's outnumbered and they know it. The tallest one has her wrists pinned, laughing while his companions watch. Her dress is torn at the shoulder, her face is bleeding. "Hey!" My voice comes out like a whip crack. They turn. The tall one's smile fades when he sees me. I don't look like Wehrmacht. My coat's too foreign, too clean. But I don't look like Red Army either, and that makes me dangerous in a different way. "Walk away," I say in Russian. It's not a request. The tall one releases the girl and takes a step toward me. He's got at least 40 pounds on me, and his rifle is slung across his back. His hand moves toward it. I'm faster. My fist catches him in the throat, not hard enough to kill, but hard enough to drop him. He goes down gasping and his friends freeze. I don't give them time to think. I pull my chrono device up, let them see the blue light pulsing from the mechanism on my wrist. It's enough. In a city full of secret weapons and last-ditch Nazi technology, nobody wants to find out what the glowing bracelet does. "Leave," I say, "now." They grab their friend and run. The girl is still against the wall, breathing hard, her eyes wide with shock and adrenaline. She's looking at me like I'm either her salvation or her next nightmare, and she hasn't decided which yet. "Are you hurt?" I ask in German. She shakes her head, but I can see the lie. Her hands are trembling, and there's blood running down her temple. She's in shock. "What's your name?" "Anna," she whispers. Then louder, "Anna Richter." Not Greta. Wrong girl. Wrong rescue. But I can't just leave her here. "Can you walk?" She nods, pushes herself off the wall. I can see her trying to pull herself together, trying to be strong. She's maybe 19, 20 at most. Too young for any of this. "There's a shelter 2 blocks south," she says, "in the U-Bahn tunnel. I was trying to reach it when they..." She doesn't finish. "I'll take you there." We move through the ruins together, her staying close to my side. The artillery has gotten worse. The Soviets are closing in, tightening the noose around the city center. Somewhere nearby I can hear small arms fire. Maybe resistance, maybe just desperate people making their last stand. "Why did you help me?" Anna asks suddenly. "Because you needed help. That's not a reason. Not here. Not now. I glance at her. She's right, of course. In Berlin, April 1945, survival means looking out for yourself. Compassion is a luxury nobody can afford. Let's just say I don't like bullies, I tell her. We reach the U-Bahn entrance, a gaping mouth of darkness that leads down into the earth. I can hear voices echoing up from below, dozens of people huddled in the tunnels, waiting for the end. Anna stops at the threshold. "Come with me," she says. "It's safer down there." "I can't, I'm looking for someone." "In this?" She gestures at the burning city. "You'll die out here. Maybe. But I still have to try." She studies me for a long moment, and I can see her making calculations, trying to figure out who I am, what I am. "You're not German," she says finally. "Not really. Your accent is wrong." "No, I'm not." "And you're looking for someone specific, someone important." Smart girl. "Her name is Greta Haas," I say. There's no point lying now. "Do you know her?" Anna's expression changes. Surprise, then fear, then something else I can't quite read. "Everyone knows Greta," she says quietly. "She worked in the chancellery. She disappeared 3 days ago." Disappeared. The SS came for her, took her in the middle of the night. There were rumors. They said she'd stolen something, documents maybe, or photographs. They said she was a traitor. My blood runs cold. If the SS have her, she's either dead or she's been interrogated. And if she's been interrogated, whatever secret she was carrying is already compromised. Do you know where they would have taken her? Anna hesitates, and I can see the war happening behind her eyes. The part of her that wants to help fighting against the part that wants to survive. "There's a building," she says finally, "near Anhalter Bahnhof. The Gestapo used it for interrogations, but that was before. I don't know if it's still standing." "Show me." "Are you insane? That's suicide." "Then tell me how to get there." She closes her eyes, takes a breath. When she opens them again, there's steel there. "I'll take you," she says, "but you owe me. If we survive this, you owe me." Deal. We move back into the ruins, heading southwest now, deeper into the heart of the dying city. The streets are emptier here. Whoever could flee has fled, and whoever's left is either hiding or fighting. The air smells like cordite and death. Anna moves with surprising confidence, navigating the rubble like she's memorized every broken street. We pass bodies, Wehrmacht soldiers, civilians, a child's doll lying in a pool of blood. I try not to look too closely. Some images burn themselves into your soul whether you want them to or not. "Why are you really here?" Anna asks, as we climb over the wreckage of a collapsed tram. "I told you I'm looking for Greta." "That's what you're doing, not why you're doing it." I could lie, should lie, but something about her directness, her refusal to look away from the truth makes me want to be honest. "Because someone has to," I say. "Because if I don't, something terrible is going to happen. Something worse than all this. Worse than Berlin burning? Worse than millions dead?" "Yes." She doesn't ask me to explain, and I'm grateful. Some things can't be explained, not in ways that make sense. We reach Anhalter Bahnhof, or what's left of it. The train station is a skeleton, its glass roof shattered, its platforms cratered by bombs. The building Anna described is nearby, a 4-story structure that's somehow still standing despite missing most of its eastern wall. "There," she says, pointing. "The basement. That's where they brought people." I scan the building. No movement, no lights. It could be abandoned, or it could be a trap. Only one way to find out. "Stay here," I tell Anna. "Not a chance. You need someone to watch your back. This isn't your fight. It became my fight when you saved my life," she says flatly. "Now move, before I change my mind." We approach the building carefully, using the rubble for cover. The front entrance is blocked by debris, but there's a side door hanging off its hinges. I push it open slowly and we slip inside. The interior is darkness and rot. My eyes adjust slowly, picking out details. Overturned furniture, scattered papers, bullet holes in the walls. There's a smell here that makes my stomach turn. The sweet, sick odor of decay. "Basement stairs should be at the end of the hall," Anna whispers. We move forward, and with each step I'm more certain we're too late. Whatever happened here happened days ago. The building has been abandoned. left to rot like everything else in this city. Then I hear it. A sound. Faint. Barely audible over the distant artillery. Sobbing. I break into a run, Anna close behind me. We find the basement stairs and descend into deeper darkness. At the bottom there's a corridor lined with doors, cells. Most are open, empty. But one, at the very end, is closed. I reach it and pull on the handle. Locked. Stand back, I tell Anna. I kick the door once, twice. The wood splinters and gives way. Inside, huddled in the corner on a pile of filthy straw, is a girl. Dark hair, intelligent eyes, face bruised and swollen. Greta Haas. She looks up at me with an expression I've seen before, in a dozen different timelines, in 100 different wars. The look of someone who's given up hope and can't quite believe it might have returned. "It's okay," I say gently, stepping into the cell. "I'm here to help. My name is Nikola. Can you stand?" She tries, fails. Her legs are shaking too badly. I move closer and offer my hand. She takes it, her fingers ice cold despite the close air. "They left," she whispers. "2 days ago. Just left me here. Can you walk?" "I think so." I help her up and Anna appears in the doorway, her face pale. "We need to move," Anna says. I hear something upstairs. We're halfway down the corridor when I hear it too. Boots, multiple sets moving fast. German voices, sharp with command. SS. We reach the stairs and I risk a glance up. 3 of them, maybe 4, moving through the ground floor with weapons drawn. They know we're here. "Back," I hiss. There has to be another way out. We retreat into the basement, and I scan desperately for options. There, a window, high on the wall, barely wide enough for a person. It leads to some kind of ventilation shaft. "There," I tell Anna. "Help me." We drag a table underneath the window. I boost Anna up first, then Greta. They squeeze through and I'm about to follow when I hear boots on the basement stairs. "Halt!" I don't halt. I jump, grab the window frame, and pull myself up. A gunshot cracks behind me, and I feel the bullet pass close enough to feel its heat. Then I'm through, crawling through the ventilation shaft after the girls. We emerge in an alley behind the building. The air tastes like freedom, if freedom can taste like smoke and ash. Greta is leaning against Anna, barely able to stand. I take her other arm and we move. Behind us, I can hear the SS soldiers shouting, organizing a search. We don't have much time. "Where do we go?" Anna asks. Good question. The city is surrounded. The Soviets are coming from the east, the Americans from the west. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, except the river, I say. I know someone with a boat. If we can reach the spree, we might have a chance. We run. Or rather, I run, and the girls stumble along with me, pushing through exhaustion and pain. Greta is whispering something, over and over, but I can't make out the words. We reach the riverbank just as the sun begins to set. The spree is dark, choked with debris and ash. And there, hidden beneath an overpass, is exactly what I hoped to find. A small motorboat, covered with a tarp. "How did you know?" Anna asks. I'm good at my job. I uncover the boat and help the girls aboard. The engine coughs, sputters, then roars to life. We pull away from the bank just as I see flashlights sweeping the shore. The SS, still hunting. We motor downstream, keeping close to the shadows. The city burns on both banks, a funeral pyre for an empire. Greta sits in the bow, staring at nothing, her eyes hollow. "Greta," I say gently, "I need you to tell me what happened. What did you take from the chancellery?" She doesn't respond immediately. Then slowly she reaches into her dress and pulls out a small leather folder. It's water-stained, crumpled, but intact. "Photographs," she whispers. "And a list." "Of what?" "Names. Allied names. Americans. British. High-ranking officers." She looks up at me, and I see tears cutting through the dirt on her face. They were working with us, with the Reich, feeding information, sabotaging operations against Germany, traitors to their own side. My stomach drops. This is worse than I thought. Far worse. "How did you get this?" "I was copying documents for Bormann." I saw the file, realized what it was. I couldn't let it stay there, couldn't let them use it. Use it how? As insurance, as leverage. Hitler was planning to release it if the Allies didn't negotiate a conditional surrender. Proof that the West couldn't be trusted, that their own leaders were selling them out. It would have torn the alliance apart. I understand now. The historical record says Hitler died on April 30th, 2 days from now, and that Germany surrendered unconditionally. But if this information had been released, if the Western Allies had been exposed as compromised, the entire post-war order would have collapsed. No Marshall Plan, no NATO, no Cold War détente. Just chaos, suspicion, and probably World War III within a decade. Greta stole this file to prevent that, and now she's paying the price. They tortured you, I say. It's not a question. She nods. They wanted to know who I told, where I hid the copies. I didn't tell them anything. I couldn't. Anna is staring at Greta with a mixture of horror and awe. You're the reason they're looking for her, she says to me. You came all this way for those photographs. Yes. Why? What are you? I meet her eyes. Someone trying to make sure the future doesn't fall apart. We travel in silence for a while. The engines rumble, the only sound. The river curves away from the city center, toward the western suburbs. The bombing is lighter here, the destruction less total. We might actually make it. Where are we going? Greta asks. American lines. They've pushed to Teltow. If we can reach them, we can get you out. And then what? Then you live. You survive. And these photographs get to people who will make sure they never see the light of day. She looks down at the folder in her hands. All those men, they'll get away with it. The traitors. Maybe. Or maybe they'll be dealt with quietly. But either way, the alliance holds. The war ends. Millions of people get to go home. Is that justice? No, I admit. But it's survival. Sometimes that's all we get. The boat rounds a bend, and I see lights ahead. Searchlights, but not German. American. We're close. Then the engine sputters and dies. No, I mutter, pulling the starter cord. Nothing. I try again. Still nothing. We're drifting now, losing momentum, and the lights are still a kilometer away. What's wrong? Anna asks. Out of fuel, or the engine's dead. Either way, we're not making it there on the motor. I look around. There are oars secured to the side of the boat. I grab them and start rowing. The current is against us, and every meter feels like a kilometer. My shoulders burn, but I keep going. Greta is watching me with those hollow eyes. Why? She asks suddenly. Why risk your life for this, for me? I pause, panting. Because someone has to care. Someone has to believe that the right thing matters, even when it's hard, even when it costs everything. If we stop believing that, we're no better than the people we're fighting. That's naive. Maybe, but it's kept me going this far. We're close now. Close enough that I can hear voices from the American positions, see the shapes of soldiers moving along the bank. I row harder, pushing through the exhaustion. Halt! The voice comes from the shore, amplified through a megaphone. Identify yourselves. Civilians, I shout back in English. 3 civilians. We need help. A searchlight swings onto us, blindingly bright. For a moment, everything is washed out, colorless. Then I hear the distinctive sound of rifles being lowered, orders being given. Come ashore, slowly. I guide the boat to the bank, and hands reach down to help the girls up. Anna first, then Greta. A young American soldier, can't be more than 20, offers me his hand. You folks okay? He asks in accented German. We will be, I say. They lead us to a makeshift command post, a tent set up in someone's backyard. A captain approaches, middle-aged, professional, his eyes taking in every detail. Who are you people? Refugees, I say. From the city. We just want to survive. He doesn't quite believe me. I can see it in his eyes, but he doesn't push. Not yet. You'll need to be processed. There's a refugee camp 15 kilometers west. We'll arrange transport. Captain, I say carefully. The girl, Greta, she has information, important information, about German intelligence operations. She needs to speak with your intelligence officers. His attention sharpens. What kind of information? The kind that could change the war. He studies Greta, who's standing silently, the leather folder clutched to her chest. Then he nods. I'll make a call. Wait here. He walks away, and for the first time in hours I allow myself to breathe. We made it. Against all odds, we made it. Anna touches my arm. You're leaving, aren't you? Yes. Where will you go? Somewhere else. Someone else. She doesn't understand, but she doesn't ask for clarification. Instead, she leans up and kisses my cheek, brief and soft. Thank you, she whispers. For everything. Take care of her, I say, nodding toward Greta. She's going to need a friend. I will. The captain returns with 2 other men in civilian clothes. Intelligence, definitely. They approach Greta carefully, speaking in low, reassuring tones. She looks back at me once, a question in her eyes. I nod. It's okay. You're safe now. She turns away and begins to talk. I slip away while they're distracted, moving back toward the river. My chrono device is pulsing again, stronger now. The temporal window is opening. Time to go home. I find a quiet spot behind a ruined shed and activate the device. The world around me begins to blur, colors bleeding together, sounds distorting. The last thing I see is Anna, standing at the edge of the camp, watching me disappear. Then I'm falling through the void, through time itself, and Berlin 1945 is fading into memory. I land hard in the extraction chamber. The white walls and sterile lighting of headquarters, a stark contrast to the smoke and ruins I left behind. Technicians rush forward, checking readings, asking questions. I wave them off. Debriefing in an hour, I mutter. I need a shower and a drink. In that order. My supervisor, Director Chen, is waiting in the corridor. She's a small woman with steel eyes and no patience for excuses. Did you recover the documents? She asks. Yes. The Americans have them. They'll be properly disposed of. And the girl? Safe. Both of them. She nods, satisfied. Good work, Brown. Get some rest. Your next assignment is in 3 days. I head to my quarters, strip off the smoke-stained coat and step into the shower. The water is scalding, but I don't care. I stand there for a long time, watching the grime and ash swirl down the drain, trying to wash away the memories of a burning city. But I can't. They're part of me now, like all the others. All the cities, all the wars, all the people I've saved or failed to save. The weight of history, carried in one man's heart. I think about Greta, about the courage it took to steal those documents, to endure torture to survive. I think about Anna, who chose to help a stranger even when survival meant looking out only for yourself. I think about all the people who didn't make it out, who died in the rubble and smoke while empires crumbled around them. History remembers the great men, the generals and politicians who shaped the world with their decisions. But it's built on the backs of people like Greta and Anna, ordinary people who did extraordinary things because they believed it mattered. I dry off and collapse onto my bed. Sleep won't come easy tonight. It never does after Berlin. But I'll be ready in 3 days. There's always another mission, another crisis, another chance to make sure the future doesn't fall apart. Because someone has to care. Someone has to believe that the right thing matters. Even if it's just one man, moving through time, trying to hold the world together one thread at a time. I close my eyes and let the darkness take me. Somewhere in a timeline I'll never visit, Greta Haas is building a new life. The photographs she carried have been quietly destroyed. The traitors they exposed dealt with in shadows. The alliance holds. The war ends. Millions go home. And I move on to the next crisis, the next impossible choice, the next chance to prove that hope isn't just naive. It's necessary. The chrono device on my wrist pulses once, a gentle reminder that time waits for no one. Not even a chrononaut.